So guys, that's a strange and mixed emotions one. Half time you must have gone in furious that we give away 3 soft goals, but second half we could have won that.
I wouldn't say furious. We went in relatively happy with how we were performing, minus the 2 very sloppy goals. The first one as well, for me, preventable. But no, I wouldn't say we went in furious.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean furious in terms of the performance. I thought the performance was good. We just gave soft goals away.
Yeah, that's ultimately what's been our Achilles heel, hasn't it?
It's just moments in both boxes, wasn't it? You know, we've had probably as many chances in the first half and it just hasn't quite fell, or someone hasn't quite struck it. And unfortunately, you know, there's been a couple where we've just not picked up well enough, to be quite frank. And in the third goal, we've obviously made a bit of a mistake. Bad timing for us.
I think first half we were level. We matched them, even maybe shaded it, just gave silly goals. But second half we ripped them apart again. You know, could quite easily have won that.
I think so. I think it's hard to not sound disrespectful or bitter or sour with situations like this, but considering some of the performances we've had and some of the questions we've asked of the players recently, we're happier with what we've seen there, and we think we've been possibly the strongest side. But ultimately, look, goals win your games. They've come away and won the game, so they're going to turn and say, yeah, whatever, take what you want. But from, like I say, from the things we've been working on, the month ahead that we've got coming up, there's a lot of pleasing things in there.
Yeah, because when we were saying before the game, it's, yeah, a win's nice, but actually the important thing was the result, because we played so poorly lately. But I thought it's difficult to not be sort of fairly pleased with the performance.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely played some good football tonight. Even at half time, we kind of said to the boys, like, we are where we are now. The 3 challenges that we set to them may sound a bit corny, but number 1, try and win the half. Number 2, whatever you do, don't fold. And number 3, keep working the patterns of play, which we felt were having a lot of success, and I believe we've ticked all 3 boxes there. Granted, next goal was obviously vital. If it goes 4-1, then you really got a mountain. But the boys, they've dug in, they've got the goal back, and it kind of felt like it was one.
We felt the game went over. We said to them at half-time, the game's not over yet, it's not finished. So don't fold. Continue with what we're doing plus X, Y, and Z, and I think we can still get something from it. And I don't think we're far away. Our keeper's made a couple of good saves. We've probably taken too many touches in certain times when we shouldn't have done and just pulled the trigger. But the important thing for me is, I would like to have won the cup, don't get me wrong, but the important thing based off of what's been happening recently is we've started to look like ourselves again.
Yeah.
We're playing the way that we like to play. We're having success from it, and hopefully the players have seen that.
Yeah, because I mean, the change you made, you were forced to make a change with Trev going off at half time, but you wouldn't know where you were missing our striker. Because I mean, Reece has come in and played really well. You got Feezy doing his usual, and then Luca came on. Boy, has he got attitude! He was great for his little cameo, wasn't he?
All of the 23s. We're bringing them through for a reason. We've got to credit Jamie for that, because his recruitment, the work that he's doing with them is very good. We've got a few under 23s that we've signed on, we've been training with us, and they're earning it. It's like, today you can look at it, we've had a couple that haven't been able to get out of work with it being on a Wednesday, last minute or a bit later in the day. A couple of injuries and knocks that we've kind of protected, but the 23s that we were bringing anyway. We've got Zach Wolvey, wow.
He had a great game, didn't he?
Outstanding tonight. So again, we've got to credit Jamie for the job that he's doing there, but Luca's attitude, Zach's attitude, they've all been brilliant since they started and joining in with us.
But I thought, like I said, going back, just you mentioned Reece again, I thought he played really well in both positions, so there's good flexibility there.
Versatile lad, isn't he? To be fair, gone from left wing back to centre forward, done well in both positions.
Challenged their keeper for his goal. I thought he did really well to mess the keeper up.
And you kind of need people, A, with that versatility, and B, with that mentality that'll do whatever they need to do for the team when we've come here a little bit light on numbers, which no excuses for that, because it gives Zach and Luca a chance, which they've been training with us for a while. It's not like we've just flipping pulled a couple of names out of hat. We talk with Jamie regular, these boys train with us regular, and to be honest, I think Zach particularly, you've got to be putting him in the probably 3 candidates for our best player of the night.
Yeah. So does that mean you're going to be more 23s, or will you looked after the squad, do you think, because it's a bit light, like you say?
Is it light? When we've got everyone available, is it light? You can have a squad of 20, 21, 22, but you're not playing them all. They all get unhappy, they don't want to play when they are brought in, and they all disappear. So is it light at the minute? Today, yes, because of certain circumstances. But we've got trust and faith in the 23s. Like you've seen, there's more within that 23s that we're looking to bring through. A lot of it's coming down to attitude. A lot of the stuff that Steve and I are trying to work with them is about attitude, application, and understanding the level and the extras that you've got to do that bridge the gap between 23s and this level. Zach and Luke are taking it on board very well. There's others within there that are taking it on, and there'll be opportunities for them.
I also think when your senior players have the right attitude and create the right environment, which they certainly did tonight. I mean, they've all been absolutely excellent. It's a lot easier for some of those youngsters to come in. I mean, no one wants to be coming in when, to kind of...
Well, it's like you said, Johnny Phillips, we forget he's just come really out of the 23s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So that's proof of it. It's been good.
It's good production line coming through.
Yeah. So I guess we're feeling confident going back into the weekend. We were saying, well, if we play like we played tonight, we've got to fancy our chances on the weekend again.
We always have belief. We said it at the beginning of the game. Like, we've got to believe in the quality that we've got and how we play. It's got us to the point we are. Prior to the VARs, and you can't exclude, like you were saying earlier, you can't say they haven't got 3 goals because they have. Prior to the VARs, our run was something like 13 games, 8 wins,
2 losses.
2 draws. It's a good run, and we just got to get that confidence back, and that plays a big part of this level.
What have you done since we've had quite a long time off? What have you done then to get that performance out of them? What have you talked to them? What have you trained about with them?
A lot. It's reinforcing a lot of messages. We've gone through a system of what we call can't, won't, don't, just to eradicate whether they understand what it is we want to go through. But there's a lot that I've just picked up on that we've had to go quite hard on with them and put it on them a little bit, if we're perfectly honest. Tonight we show signs that they have put it in them, and they've been receptive to it.
That was a definite turnaround.
I think ultimately we want to be successful here. The boys want to be successful here, but sometimes you've just got to remind everyone where the standard needs to be. Because I think everyone was bitterly, don't want to dwell on it forever, but we were bitterly disappointed with going out of the VARs in the way we did. And then obviously the Punjab second half is unacceptable. So at some point there's got to be a reminder of this is Tunbridge Wells, we need to be up here. And in fairness, Con led by example out there. He's struggling, to be fair. He's borderline whether he should be playing with an injury, but he hasn't just gone out there. He's gone out there and put in a proper shift when he's had to. He's put his foot in. Biss obviously didn't play against Punjab. It'd be easy for his bottom lip to go, but to be fair, it's probably one of the better performances I can recall. Yeah. Frank's been superb. Tom's been superb. You could almost go through all the boys that you kind of needed, the senior boys, have actually stepped up and put in a performance tonight. Now we haven't won, so let's not start doing cartwheels all the way home. But if we can play like that, get a full squad back, going into December with a little bit of momentum now.
Yeah, I think what we said after the Punjab game, okay, we threw it away a bit, but we didn't have anybody play badly. We just didn't have anybody play well. Whereas tonight, we've had a lot of people play well. Is the difference.
I might question that for the second half Punjab. But yeah, look, we can't keep dwelling on things that have happened in the past. We address it. If it continues to happen, we change it, either via changing it with them or changing them. That message was made perfectly clear. They've stepped up to it. We're not going to kind of beat around the bush. We want to win, we want to be successful, we want to aim towards promotion. We've got a long-term plan, and there's short-term plan that goes with it that we've got to achieve, and if we're not at that stage, we've got to get ourselves to that stage. We're both very driven people. We'll get what we want.
I suppose it's almost like good to hear that you've actually had a go at them because it worked. So hopefully, if we do have another dip, we know this. Not just everybody's going to get smoke blown up them. They're going to have to get their fingers out. That's good.
There's still things to reflect on there. I mean, I do feel like all 3 goals are preventable. I mean, you've probably said that about most goals.
Yeah, but those were soft.
I think they were highly preventable. So credit where credit's due. They put the ball in the net 3 times. But even there's things to reflect on. There's things that can be improved upon. And you've just got to keep edging the bar up, haven't you? We can't be patting ourselves on the back too hard for being valiant losers. Ultimately, we've got 3 first half goals in. It's just not good enough.
Oh, I don't think you should. Yeah, we've lost, but it was always ever going to back for most people. There was a performance, and you got the performance out of them. Just look forward to
the reaction was the pleasing thing, wasn't it? You go in a change room 3-1 down at half time, particularly the timings and the manner of the goals, and you can look around the change room sometimes and you can fear for it. You can think this could be heavy. Yeah, but what they've done there is they've changed the pattern of the game. That's what we kind of felt at Punjab. When the tide started turning against us, that's when you're just looking for some people to change the pattern. This ain't happening. And unfortunately it didn't, whereas tonight it felt like they were able to kind of put the handbrake on and say, no, we're not getting rolled, we're going to dig in, we're going to do the right things, we're going to keep with it.
Well, hopefully to take that to Canterbury and we get a result, because play like this, and I'm sure we will.
Hopefully.
All right, cheers then guys.
Cheers.
See ya.